What's up, YouTube? Summer Source here.
Hey, Dr. Myers.
Myers Life.
Yes.
We are in the building tonight, and we are on day 8.
Yes.
Day 8 of Getting the Love You Want Challenge. Yes. Getting the Love You Want Challenge. And day 8, we are talking about...
core scenes.
Made this.
How can you fix your marriage? You embarrassed, they be laughing at all them broken promises and flowers. Don't be passion back. You can get this course for no divorce, so just imagine that. 12 weeks of Myers Life will save you from the avalanche. How can you fix your marriage? You can fix your marriage. How can you fix your marriage? How can you fix your marriage? 12 weeks of Myers Life, we can fix your marriage. 12 weeks of Myers Life, how can you fix your marriage? 12 weeks of Myers Life, help you fix your marriage. 12 weeks of Myers Life, help you fix your marriage. You can fix your marriage. You can fix your
scenes.
Yes.
Things that continue to replay in your life, scenes that replay over and over and over. Why do I get the same girlfriend? Why do I get the same boyfriend? Why do they do this, these same jobs? Why do I feel like I'm in the same rut? These are the core scenes that play out in your life.
They do.
And we address those things the same way, and then they continue to repeat and repeat and repeat. And we mind read and we just say, oh, I know what's going to happen here, so this is going to happen and this is going to happen. And we lay down and we take it.
And we respond the same way over and over and over again. And somewhere in the past, when the scene first emerged, you responded in that same way. So that pattern keeps repeating itself.
Because you keep responding. And you keep responding. The more energy you give the negativity, the more it continues to bring that into your life. So we want to say, stop it. Get off that hamster wheel. Stop running around in circles with these emotions that are feeding and making you feel negative.
Ooh, so here's a good example, right?
Yes.
So if you're in a relationship and your partner says, you don't care about me, you don't take time with me, you don't really show interest in me, and then how do people typically respond?
They have to defend that. They have to defend that. And whether they defend with anger or they say, oh, well, you don't care about me. What about the things that you do? So it continues to go around and around and around.
Or look at all that I've done. I've done this and I've done that and I've done the third. So how could you possibly say that I don't do these things?
Because you know I do. And then, of course, you know they have to feel that way because just maybe a little bit. They feel that way because they are saying it's coming out of your face. You saying it, you know? So if you're saying it, you have to feel that way a little bit. It's crossed your mind at least. Definitely crossed your mind. So on day 8, we're talking about getting rid of these experiences that continue to repeat over and over and over in your life that make you feel miserable and sad, maybe lack or less than, all of those things.
It's unconsciousness. You're unconsciously responding in a mechanical way to these core issues the same way over and over again.
So it's time to retrain that groove in your brain that says, I have to respond to this emotion. I have to respond to this scene the same way I have because I love reliving or refilling this emotion. You know, because you must love it if you continue to do it.
You're getting something out of it.
Right, right. So you have to change it if you want a different outcome.
Right, if you want to get more out of it. And that little bit of something that we think we're getting out of it kind of keeps us anchored to it.
We're attached.
Right. So if that person is fussing and screaming, at least they're giving us some attention.
That means that they love me.
Right.
And you know, they're showing me some attention. Now I can go watch the game. I can go do whatever I want to do because I know that someone loves me. You know, I don't like when they yell or fuss at me. And eventually, that'll get old, and then you'll start resenting that person. Then you'll argue more, and then that'll be another issue in the relationship. But we're not talking about that right now. But we kind of are talking about that, though, right? Because that's a reoccurring thing
over and over
that will continue to happen over and over and over. Stop it.
Stop it.
If you want peace and love and happiness in your relationship, if you want to get the love you want, then you have to do the things to get the love that you want.
Right.
Change how you react.
First step is to identify that core scene in your life. Are you even aware of it?
Yeah. A lot of times we're not aware of it until we're actually in it. We're deep in it too. We're deep in it. We're like, oh man, I remember this again. And boom, then here comes the piano hit you. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's right there. It's right there. So we want you to recognize it before it happens. Identify it.
Identify it.
How do you identify it?
And then, well, you identify it, but say, what stresses you out? What in your daily life is stressing you out?
What makes you feel a disconnect from the universe, from source? What makes you feel less or sad or upset?
Insecure.
What makes you feel, a void of love? What makes your heart have that void, that space to make you feel like you're distant,
that heaviness,
abandoned, or alone, or what is that? What is that? So if you continue to feel those emotions in that, then you have to change that response to whatever thing that continues to reoccur in your life.
That's right. So once you've identified it, write it out, journal. Write it out. Once you've identified what that core scene is, then the next step is to rescript it.
Yeah. Because what's funny is when you do identify those things, the people that's on the other side of it, they tend to say the same things because you're going to get these same type reactions unless that person is in a higher consciousness or a higher vibration. Then they're going to kind of sit back and watch you, and then they're going to do what we told you to do in our previous days as far as mirror. See, if they start mirroring you in that, then they start changing how you respond because that's going to shake you up.
Right.
Because that's going to be different. And then a lot of people respond in anger in that. So you may get angry and storm off, but it was different.
It was different.
It was a different anger.
It starts in the beginning.
It's a different anger.
Right.
So we want you to identify these things when they happen so you can kind of get back to your peace. And because that's what we want.
We want peace.
But this is the getting the love you want challenge. So in getting that love you want peace in that love, you want happiness, you want respect. Love is an iceberg of things. But those things are the things that make you feel safe and secure. Those are the things that pull you close to it.
Right.
So the type of love that you want. And love can be different for for everybody. We're all individual thoughts of God. So we all express love and give love and receive love different
Check
ways.
out the merch, by the way.
Yes.
We got this
merch.
Beautiful shirt.
Yeah.
Sources Thoughts.
Check
out the merch.
Sources Thoughts.
Yes.
And we're all individual thoughts of Source. That's it. We're thoughts of God. We're all individual thoughts of God.
Yes. You could get the hoodie. You could get the t-shirts.
Whatever it is, you can get some Source shirt. You can get
your new face masks.
Miles Life Coaching shirts, all of that.
Yeah.
All of that, definitely. And we want you to like and subscribe as well and give us your comments. Let us know, do you have a recurring thing that happens over and over in your life? Maybe a scene that plays out, or maybe it's a girlfriend or a boyfriend or a relationship, or
getting fired,
something that you cannot get rid of, and you continue to feel like this emotion over and over and over and over and over. And you're like, man, how do I break this cycle? Because a lot of people are in that cycle, and they want to know how to break it.
You could do it. Takes courage, but you could do it.
Yeah. It's focusing on you, going within you and saying, I want a different outcome. I've attacked this thing with anger. I've attacked this thing with my logical mind. What do I need to do to think outside the box to change these feelings, these emotions that I have? Because I don't want these things in my life. They're not suiting me anymore.
Right.
So if you have things in your life that's not suiting you anymore, then it's time to make a change.
It's time.
It's time to make a change. So day 8, Getting the Love You Want challenge, it is stop mind reading. If you mind reading a situation, that means that this is something that you went through before, and I know how this is going to end. I know you're going to do this. I know I'm going to say this. Stop it.
Yes, it's time.
Change it. We love you. We want to see you have peace, prosperity, grace, mercy, abundance.
Calm.
We know you're blessed.
Yes, abundance.
Embrace your divinity, your expansiveness,
Your divine,
your growth, your light. This is time of the ascension. So we want you to ascend. We want you to be great. We want you to love. We want you to feel peace. We want you to get the love you want. We love you.
We love you.
Son of Source.
Miles Life.
If you look back, major life events often look like a movie scene. Most people have reoccurring here we go again arguments and life events that have the same ending, an impasse that reopens old wounds and leaves them feeling exhausted and angry. This eternally replayed conflict is called the core scene. The scenes occur when the childhood adaptations of one is pitted against the childhood adaptations of the other. Simply put, we play out unresolved childhood conflicts with those close to us. As we play out our core scenes over and over, those in our life come to know their roles so well, and their next lines and outcome can become predictable. We often mind read, fortune tell what the other person is going to do. Today, you will learn how to identify the underlying cause of your core scene and rewrite the script so that in the future, your core scene opens, you can change the script in a way that reduces the destructive impact of rage, frustration, disappointment, and have a happier ending. Have a conversation with your partner. Or take some time to journal if your core scene involves career or other personal scenarios. Identify the nature of the core scene and its basic dynamics, what provokes it, what takes place, and how it usually ends. Put yourself in the other party's shoes. Mirror and reflect feelings. Today, I relax into my deep place of courage, the place that allows me to look at myself, and I see those parts of me that react mechanically to certain provocations from my partner or other key players in my life. Knowing this reaction comes from fear, I relax more deeply into this core scene. Becoming more conscious frees me from blind repetitiveness.
I'm alive, 6, 7, 8, feeling great. Now I'm gonna shine, life is good. I'm doing fine, and gonna do it right and do it again, yeah. I look into the sky with all the beautiful color, but there's more than just for me, so gonna share it with another. I got to show, to give, let out. I want to sing and shout, take a look and see a beautiful morning that turns into a beautiful evening, and together make a beautiful life. And if you wanna see, then come along with me, that's right. And if you want a good tomorrow, it's pretty simple, gotta find a way to follow. And if you do, you have
The Myers helped me face the issues that were tearing my relationship apart. They provided a safe environment to work through those difficult issues associated with our children, work, finances, trust, and intimacy. I feel I achieved a closeness and a renewed commitment to my relationship. I highly encourage couples to face their challenges and give the Myers a call.
We want to thank the Myers for all of their support. We were on the brink of a divorce.
We just could not communicate. We would have the same argument over and over again.
But after a great deal of reflection, we actually enjoy being around each other again. You taught us skills that have helped us manage conflict.
Yeah, we had a great spiritual conversation with a couple that had vested interest in helping us find our peace.
As a startup entrepreneur, I have been able to leverage the Myers coaching. First of all, they are a sounding board for my personal anxieties as I develop and fine-tune my leadership. I would get so irritated. I now have a plan to manage my anger and a support system that holds me accountable. They are non-judgmental people with tremendous skill and talent, an asset for anyone trying to develop professionally.